So, what do you do when some of your clothes are too big and some of them are too tight? What's up, you guys? Famous Ashley Grant here. Welcome to More Movement, Please, the podcast where I hope to inspire you to move your body more. Today, I want to talk about that weird in between stage because that is something that I am dealing with right now. I have lost 4 pant sizes and I've been trying to deal with this weird in between where I'm not quite one size smaller, but even these pants are already starting to fall down. Which is a good problem to have. Please don't misunderstand. I'm excited about this and I'm thrilled, to be honest. But it's not just the pant size, it's also the bra size. I have lost like a full cup size, which I didn't expect. And I went ahead and donated some of the bras that had never even been worn to family. And yeah, I'm trying to figure out what to do about the fact that my clothes are in a weird stage where some of them are way too big and some of them are way too tight. And I actually just went and bought some new clothes, and I intentionally bought ones that were just a little bit too tight because I was like, well, if I'm continuing to lose inches, it only makes sense to me to make them just a little bit too tight so that I am motivated to work out more. And as I continue losing, then I can kind of shrink into them, as it were. I don't know if that was the right play, but it felt like the right play so that at least while I'm in class, I don't have to worry about my pants falling down or, you know, my girl's falling out. Let's put it that way. And it's just been a strange thing having to buy as many clothes lately as I have. And I've been trying to be mindful of how many clothes I'm purchasing because since like I said, I am still continuing my weight loss journey, I don't want to buy a bunch of stuff that, very soon won't fit either. So I'm buying just enough clothes to kind of get me through this weird in between stage, but also make sure that I'm like fully clothed for all of my events and workouts and all the things. But I'm curious, what do you guys do whenever you are losing weight? Do you keep hanging on to all of your formerly fat person clothes or do you let them go? Because my gut reaction has been don't keep them, let them go. And so most of the stuff that doesn't fit me anymore, I'm either trying to donate or sell or just get rid of because I feel like if I hang on to them, it's telling the universe that I'm basically letting go and I'm giving up. And I don't want to. And I obviously don't want backwards momentum. I want to keep moving forward and keep, losing the weight. That is the goal. And so I kind of feel like if I were to give myself permission to keep the old stuff that doesn't fit anymore, that is too big, that I might give myself permission to eat junk food or I don't know, make bad decisions. And I don't want to do that. I want to keep feeling like I'm trying to lose weight. And so, and I've told you guys before, I'm not a diet culture girly. I will not start dieting or anything like that. So you don't have to worry. This podcast will never become one of those where I talk about calorie restrictions and all the things that you need to stop eating. I hope that I never ever ever start that. And if I do, I hope you'll call me out on it because though there is something to be said for trying to keep what you're eating in check and things like that. I don't ever want to do anything where I'm talking about restricting yourself. I'd rather it be about more movement, please. Like that's the whole goal of this entire podcast. And so that's one of the reasons why, even though I have been offered, from people to be a guest on this show to talk about diets and things like that, I've turned it down and I continue to turn it down because I don't ever want to be telling people what not to do. I'd rather tell you what to do. And if I'm going to say what not to do, it's going to be, well, don't sit still. It's going to be, please move. But I don't know. I guess I'm just one of those people that just doesn't believe in restrictions anymore because of the fact that I did that. I did the restrictive diet and I did the pills and I did the shots. And yeah, I lost weight. I'm not going to deny that. I've said it before. I lost, I think it was, what was it, 80 pounds, something like that. What the problem was, I gained it all back really, really quickly. And then I gained more because going down to 500 calories a day, it's simply not sustainable. And I mean, sure, the drugs that were given to me while I was on that program, they helped me forget that I was hungry. But I also was told not to exercise while on that program because of how few calories I was consuming. And I don't know about you, but that just doesn't sound or feel healthy. And it was so expensive to boot. I mean, it was just absolutely insane. Sure, I had lots of energy and sure I was going, but at what cost, you know? And so that's why I'm really trying hard to do it the right way this time and not restrict myself from anything. And like I said, because of the fact I have been moving so much, I'm naturally gravitating towards healthier eating anyway. And so I feel like that's the better way for things to be. And sure, moderatio and omnibus rubus, moderation in all things. But I don't ever want to be the girl that tells you you have to go down to this many calories and be in a deficit this, for this many days or whatever. If anything, maybe I'll try doing a fast or something because I've heard that that's really good for resetting things in your health. But if I do that, obviously I'll come on the show and tell you guys about that too. But yeah, I'm just in this weird in between stage where I still want to lose a little bit more inches. I finally have been trying to succumb, I guess. I'm trying to succumb to the fact that I need to quit looking at the number on the scale. It is something I still stress about significantly. And even though I've been told by so many people to quit looking at the scale, because it has always been that North Star of what you're supposed to look at in terms of whether or not you're actually succeeding on your weight loss journey, it's hard to wrap my head around the fact that that's not the true number I need to be looking at anymore. And so but yeah, that's where I'm at, and I wanted to talk about it just because maybe you're like me and you're in the same situation where you're losing weight and your pants are starting to get a little too big, but you don't know if you wanna go and get new ones because you're not quite where you wanna be yet. I've had no choice. I have gotten at least some new clothes to kinda get me through this in between, and I'm not spending crazy amounts of money. I mean, I will admit I did spend more than I care to talk about on a couple of bras that I got, but I'm trying to be mindful and smart about my money, about how I'm spending the money because I do fully intend to keep losing weight. And so like I said, that's why I got smaller clothes than what I actually probably should have. And sure, it's uncomfortable. I'm not going to deny that, but I think it's good because it's reminding me of what my goal is. And maybe that's a messed up way to think of things. I'm not sure. I'm sure some psychology person or therapist will let me know if I'm doing something that I shouldn't be doing in terms of mindset. But for me, it's working for me and I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And yeah, that's where I'm at. So what about you? I want to know how things are going for you. Please hit me up, famousashleygrant.com/fitness. Tell me about your weight loss journey. What's going on with you? Are you guys doing well? Are you moving more? What's happening? I would love to hear from y'all. I get so excited when I get voice notes from you guys. So hit me up, famousashleygrant.com/fitness. Onwards and upwards, my friends. Have you worked out today?